Hey crypto family, so it's good to see we finally have another green day in the market. The past couple of weeks, again, haven't been too good, pretty choppy lately, but today everything's up over 2 to 3%. Bitcoin right now is $6,735. Look at the chart here. Previously the support was about $6,300. It was trading in this channel here for a couple of days, and then once it broke out of this previous resistance that it had, about $6,650, that's when it continued all the way to a high of $6,800, and then from there it's been consolidating. So hopefully this previous resistance will now turn support, and we will have that support at about $6,650, and then we'll start trading in this channel here, and our next resistance is going to be about $6,900. So if we can break that, then there's not much resistance up until about $7,200. So hopefully we'll see some more bullish action. The RSI right now is pretty overbought. It still has some more room to grow, but again, keep in mind whenever you're taking profits, always set your stops and trade accordingly. So looking at the news today, one of the articles I came across, it says Bitcoin price will hit 60,000 this year, says fund manager. Now, I know there's always been predictions. You hear about 50,000, 30,000, 40,000, 60,000, all kinds of predictions going on for what Bitcoin is going to reach at the end of the year. A lot of it is just, hoping, but there is some good thinking to some of these predictions. It says Philip Nunn, Chief Executive Officer of Manchester-based investment firm Blackmore Group, is standing by his bullish prediction that Bitcoin will reach 60,000 in 2018, according to Business Cloud. And it says Nunn, who also advises ICO projects, told news outlet he believes the flagship cryptocurrency will see both 6,000 and 60,000 this year, which, as we know, it's nearly reached 6,000 this year. And he also mentions, he says, the money that is currently existing in the crypto space came from the public market and not institutional investors, which means it's all about market sentiment. So basically, if there's a lot of bad news, it can hurt the market and vice versa. So there's a lot of market manipulation. And Mike Novogratz, he actually called the criminal probe into market manipulation a good thing. Last month, actually, the U.S. Department of Justice probed a lot of things with the cryptocurrency market regarding market manipulation. So it's good they're cracking down on that, because then it'll cause more investors to come into the market once they see it more regulated and a lot more clarity. So it says Nunn reportedly speaks to financial institutions such as major banks and hedge funds on a regular basis, and revealed they, quote, all want a piece of the crypto space but can't afford an entry point as currently available vehicles aren't suitable. So basically, he's talked about the volatility in the market, and there's not really any, any places that support those large institutional investors. So they're kind of sitting on the sidelines right now. Now, keep in mind, institutional investors are big investors like banks. They're not your typical millionaire here and there. It's actually like big banks and actual huge institutions. So once there's a foundation for them, once a lot of these market manipulation probes, come to a consensus and wipe out a lot of this manipulation, which isn't going to be easy, then I think that's when we'll start to see more and more people come into the market. So again, right now, there's not too much bullish sentiment, but I think that is changing in the next couple of months, and we will see a move to the upside. So just keep that in mind. Now, some good news I want to go over is Square. If y'all don't know, the Cash app in Square helps where people can store their Bitcoin and buy and sell Bitcoin. So Square is actually owned by the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey. And it says Square shares jump to a record after company gets regulatory green light for cryptocurrency trading in New York. It says regulators grant payment company Square a license allowing New Yorkers to trade cryptocurrency on the rapidly growing Cash app. And they say this was one of the missing pieces in their puzzle. They had approval in most states, but New York was by far the biggest one. You couldn't trade Bitcoin. So if you look at Square's stock price right now, it's actually at an all-time high, $66.20. It's gone up over 2.5% today, which is crazy in the stock market. That's a big amount for a company to go up. And basically, it's gone up so much because New York has been really strict on cryptocurrencies. They're one of the more stricter states in the United States. And for them to actually allow Square's customers to trade Bitcoin in that city says a lot. It says that New York is getting, more lenient on their crypto regulations, and I believe that we'll see a lot more adoption in that space. We've already seen Goldman Sachs adopting cryptocurrency. and they're in New York, and again, there's a lot of other people that are starting to adopt cryptocurrencies. And it says here, if we read down, it says Cash App, our customers in New York State can now buy and sell Bitcoin instantly with the Cash App. And this app has over 7 million customers. So again, that's a lot of people, and changes aren't going to be made overnight, but again, slowly allowing these states allowing the Square Cash App to allow their investors to buy and sell Bitcoin on the Cash App is huge. And I think it's kind of a foreshadowing of what's to come with crypto adoption. So, it says Square is the 9th firm approved for cryptocurrency trading in New York. The Department of Financial Services also granted license to companies like Coinbase and Circle, and has granted charters to Gemini Trust and Paxos, formerly known as an ItBit Trust. So again, I see this as a foreshadowing. If New York is one of the more strictest states, if they're getting more lenient on cryptocurrency, then I believe we'll see a wave of new regulations come in and more crypto companies coming into the market. So I think it's only positive from here on out. And again, always keep that in mind when looking at the current trend of Bitcoin right now. Again, you always have to be careful with what's going on, and you can never become too comfortable because no one knows where Bitcoin's going right now. But again, it's good to see some positive news for cryptocurrency. So, and last but not least, if you aren't following me on Twitter, please do so. I'm actually doing a Bitcoin giveaway and celebrating my new logo and intro on my YouTube channel. Basically, all you have to do is just retweet and follow, and you can win $100 in Bitcoin. The winner is announced Sunday, June 24th at 12 o'clock CDT, Central Daylight Time. So again, do that if you're not. Really appreciate it. I'm trying to spread, cryptocurrency to the masses here. And with that, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment if you have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't. Till next time, thanks for watching.